right, so we just arrived at our Airbnb. We're kind of settling in and unpacking, but it's a really, really great spot. We had a little trouble finding it on the underground, but everything worked out in the end. This is the east neighborhood of Shoreditch, so it's on the east side of London. So from Heathrow, we basically had to go all the way across the entire city on the underground, but it was a lot cheaper. We really like the Airbnb. It's everything we need. We got this nice little living room area, this great balcony to kind of look out on. Over here is the kitchen area, which I'm very impressed with. Like all new, renovated, everything like that. There's even a little kitchen table for us to eat at. And they also have like all this cool stuff. This soda stream machine, that's how you like make your own sparkling water. They have coffee and everything for us and tea. Great little view out of the window here. Kind of just settling in, and we'll eventually get out and take our COVID test over by St. Paul's Cathedral. And then we have to quarantine for the night, which is totally fine. We've got the Harry Potter reunion to look forward to. We'll be watching that tonight, and then hopefully we'll get that negative result and then be able to explore further tomorrow.
And our host left us a few goodies. Looks like a couple antigen tests, a little snack, a note, some set of keys, and a book. Let me see what this letter says. Oh my God, it says thank you. And then the whole letter is full of handwritten note from our host.
Tea, coffee, cold drink, etc. are all over near the coffee machine. The Wi-Fi code is on the table. Help yourself to the lateral flow tests if you need them. They even left these for us. Pretty awesome. There is a clean set of bed linen on the table for you. The little white controller is for the bedroom light, which you can turn on and off. And then the heating in the flat is programmed to come on for 2 hours in the morning and then 2.5 hours in the evening. If you have any problems with this, please let me know. The underfloor heating in the bathroom is set for 2 hours in the morning, so that's kind of nice. Rubbish goes in the black bin, and then the recycling in the purple bin. The bins are in the bin store, okay, so like storage, behind the building and to the left. Second set of keys is on the guidebook for you to use. Thank you, Flora and Dan. Have a great stay. Very nice. So we have officially made it to London. It was quite the journey. I think everything went pretty smoothly. Our departure from Miami International was very smooth. No traffic on the way there, which is actually pretty surprising because there was a big college football game that night, Georgia and Michigan in the semifinal. We didn't see any of that traffic heading in. We got there in plenty of time, which was a good thing because the baggage line, or the line to check a bag, was very, very long. They only had one person working for a little bit, then another person came, and then eventually they had 3 people going, but that did take quite a while, probably about 30 to 35 minutes to get through that line. So then we got our bags checked, we were all set to go. So then we went over to security. Security did not take that long either. And then I'd say, we were probably there with a good hour to spare. It was kind of cool when we were sitting on the plane, we saw some fireworks in the distance because it was New Year's Eve. So we could see the Miami skyline kind of in the distance. We saw some fireworks popping up. That was kind of cool. And then we had to wait on the tarmac for about 45 minutes. That was a little bit of a downer because we were ready to go by that point, but all things considered, not too bad. It was about a 7-hour and 45-minute flight. So about an hour into the flight, both Sydney and I were fast asleep. We were definitely just exhausted from the entire day. And so we definitely got our sleep, which was good. I woke up with maybe an hour left in the flight. So at that point, both Sydney and I kind of just stayed up. We were tracking the plane on the screen in front of us, so we kind of saw that descent in. And it was really cool because we came in from the south, so you could see all of London, and it was a very sunny day, which is actually pretty rare for January in London. It's usually pretty cloudy. We saw a great view of central London coming in, and that was pretty awesome. We landed, no problem there. The customs line was actually really interesting. It went so fast for us because we put all of our information, including our COVID information, in an app called Verify. So I definitely recommend for anyone who's going to be traveling to the UK, I definitely recommend downloading this app and using it because all of the information was preloaded. And it actually, when we were back in Miami as well, getting our bags checked, everything was very smooth there as well. So Verify helped us out a lot. The customs process was not that hard at all. Then we had a decision to make as far as how we were going to get into the city. Our options were the Heathrow Express train, which is this really luxurious train that gets you to Paddington Station in 20 minutes. It's very, very quick. It's got free Wi-Fi. The seats are very spacious and everything. It was very tempting, but for £45 each, it just did not seem like it was worth it, especially when we could just take the London Underground. And even though it did take quite a while on the London Underground, it was from Zone 6 to Zone 1, so it was about £6 to get to where we were going. So you compare £6 to £45. Huge difference in price. Also huge difference in time, but you know, we're traveling on a budget, so it was an opportunity to cut a cost there. And it honestly wasn't that bad of a train ride. The train was never that crowded for the time of day that we got in. We landed around 11 o'clock local time, so it wasn't too bad going, you know, from like 11:30 to 1 was probably when we were on the train. And you know, not too crowded. Took about an hour to get to where we were going to go. So once we got to our neighborhood in Shoreditch, we got to our Airbnb. Everything was very, very smooth. Our hosts left us a really nice note and everything, and kind of just explained everything that we needed to know with the Wi-Fi and just the place in general. And then after that happened, we had our COVID test. So this is just something to keep in mind if you're going to the UK. So you need to test before you get on the plane and show a negative test in order to get your boarding pass. You also have to schedule a PCR test for when you get into the city. These PCR tests are kind of expensive, but it's just something that you have to do. So our test was located near St. Paul's Cathedral, this new mall they have down there called One New Change. So we went there, we got our tests done, we walked along the river as we went back towards the subway, and then for the rest of the night we just had to self-quarantine until we got our test.